It is with my it's an honor, actually, to have Chris Sanders, well, not Chris in our lobby, but Chris Sanders, our lobby.
The honor's mine.
Chris has come down to play. Are we playing all originals today?
All originals today.
I love that. Yeah. What's the first song that you're going to play for us?
So the first song was inspired by a friend of mine who goes to Mexico frequently. And so I live vicariously through her posts on Facebook. And one day she was posting a video, and she said something as a songwriter just stuck in my head. And when it finally came out, this is the result. It's called If You're Going to Dance in the Rain, Do It in Mexico.
I guess we'll have to find out what that's all about.
The walls fell in and I had to get out of that house. Had to get away, so I hopped a plane headed south. It don't matter where I'm going, it don't matter where I'm at, as long as I can dance with the weight off my shoulders and a smile on my lips. Take a chance that the weather will hold, but if it doesn't, if you're gonna dance in the rain, dance in the rain, do it in Mexico, do it in Mexico. Another call goes to voicemail, another text to ignore. But I don't care, 'cause I'm standing on this tropical shore. I should probably go home, but I'm probably not, as long as I can dance with the weight off my shoulders and a smile on my lips. Take a chance that the weather will hold, but if it doesn't, if you're gonna dance in the rain, dance in the rain, do it in Mexico, do it in Mexico. Standing in that airport, looking at the plane taking me back. The sun's sinking low and the rain's rolling in, and just like that, I'm back outside in the warm caress, the tropical rain that I like best. As long as I can dance with the weight off my shoulders, a smile on my lips. Take a chance that the weather will hold, but if it doesn't, if you're gonna dance in the rain, dance in the rain. If you're gonna dance in the rain, do it in Mexico, do it in Mexico. Mexico.
That was really nice. So let me get this straight. So So a friend of yours goes to Mexico frequently, and you're writing this vicariously through your friend. You've never been to Mexico.
I have a couple times.
Oh, you have been to Mexico?
Yeah, I've been to Cancun a couple times.
All right, because the thing about Mexico, and my wife loves to bring me to Mexico often.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it's so shitty. It's not that. It's just like, who the hell do we think we are to go on vacation so much? Is one thing. Secondly, my first impression, the first time landing in that airport from Cancun.
Yeah.
So we're coming in, and I'm like, the air traffic control tower says Corona on it. Like, you don't land at American airports from other countries, and it's like Budweiser. It just doesn't make any sense. But then, so you've probably been to that particular airport, I would think, right?
Yeah.
So when you finally get off the plane, you go in the airport, it's like waiting in the line at social services. It's horrible. It's a horrible experience. It's an ugly building. They barely got paint on the wall. And then when you get out, well then, the goal is, and this is a tip for everyone going to Cancun, Mexico, don't talk to any of those people. Don't talk to any of them. Oh yeah, they want to give you a ride, don't take it.
Have all your transportation ahead of time.
Get it all set up.
Yep.
Awesome.
For sure.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, so that's Mexico. I do love some Mexico. Actually, when you were there, did you leave the resort?
No, so the last time I was there was actually a company function.
Oh, okay.
And so didn't have a whole lot of time to go anywhere, but it was a really nice resort with plenty to do and see and hang out. And, coworkers that I work remotely with, getting to face-to-face time with them was really cool. So it was
really
lots
nice.
of fun. Yeah.
When your job sends you somewhere to travel, that means you're important. And definitely brag about it when you come back to everyone in the office. Like, hey, I was at this cool resort in Mexico. What are you doing? Paperwork?
I definitely have a cool day job.
So, when they say, hey, keep your day job, well, you probably should.
All right, so this next song, I drive a Jeep, and so I had to write a song about my Jeep because, of course, I did. My Jeep is one of my forms of therapy. Went through a not so cool time a few years back, and I put a lot of miles on the Jeep just driving and going places. And one of the things I would do is I would just go without any destination in mind, nowhere to be. Really started to just go by wherever I ended up is where I was supposed to be. And there was a few times where I had experiences because of that. So I had to write a song. But I don't want some slow song, some crooner about the Jeep. It's got to be fun because I had a lot of fun in the Jeep. So I wrote this song. It's called Upstate Jeepin'. Took a ride in my Jeep on a sunny summer day. Top down and radio up, cause it makes me feel okay. Got my hand out in the wind, the other on her knee. Down some empty back road, never felt more free. Lake George to Saratoga, someday Schenectady. Music Falls and Skydecoke and even Albany. Cutting through Spiegeltown, headed to Mechanicville. Cause I'm upstate Jeepin' and I'll never get my fill. Headed east or headed west, it don't much matter to me. As long as there's a single lane and some curves make me happy. Time to time I even find a dirt road to explore. Hit the bank, fill the tank, and go driving even more. Lake George and Saratoga, someday Schenectady. Music Falls and Skydecoke and even Albany. Cutting through Spiegeltown, headed to Mechanicville. Cause I'm upstate Jeepin' and I'll never get my fill. Headed north or headed south, I never really know which way the road Cause I go from Lake George to Saratoga, some days Schenectady, Music Falls and Schaghticoke, and even Albany. Cutting through Speedwell town into Mechanicville, cause I'm upstate cheapin' and I'll never get my fill. Yeah, I'm upstate cheapin' and I'll never get my fill.
Upstate Jeepin'. I love it because a lot of guys write songs about their trucks. But, you know, Jeep.
I'm a Jeep guy. I've been a Jeep guy for a long time. I love my Wranglers, so it's got to be about the Jeep.
So it's a Wrangler, so it's the real deal, too.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Did you drive the Jeep here?
I did.
There's a Jeep's here.
Yeah.
So now you got to add Cahoes to that song.
So it's funny. I try to change it up wherever I am. And it's really difficult mid-song to try to show something, unless it fits perfect, but you still got to really think about it. And then, you know, sometimes it goes well, and sometimes the song just kind of falls apart, and you got to find your place real quick and jump back into it. But yeah, I do try.
So you brought your son, Austin, here.
Austin.
So how old is Austin?
15.
So Austin's 15, and when you guys first came to the building, I mentioned how the building's haunted. And apparently he's Egon Spangler, right? So he's got all the devices and stuff on his phone. So he's back there ghost hunting right now when we thought he was going to be watching his dad. But then I closed the door, so he might actually be out there freaking out. We should probably figure that out, right?
I think if he was freaking out that much, he'd be through the door no matter what was going on in here.
All right, I think he's all right. Good.
I'm not the least bit surprised. He loves doing that. He was just talking about how he recently went up to Lake George with his mom to the
Sagamore?
Sagamore, that's it, yeah. And was ghost hunting there. So it's pretty funny.
We always got the crackheads waving to us through the window. It's cool though. They're harmless. They're harmless crackheads here in Cahoes. Now you go to Albany or something, you better watch your back a little bit. But these guys are more scared of me than I am of them. Except for when I think they're a ghost at the back door.
You gotta watch out for the ghost.
So we got one more?
I got one more.
All right.
Yeah, so this is the first song I wrote. I started writing it in 2019. And it came together pretty quickly over the course of a few weeks. For me, it's pretty quickly. And I had the third verse, and I hated the third verse for the longest time. The genesis of the song was what I was going through at the time. You know, I had just started going to open mics. My first open mic was May 2018.
Really?
And the coolest thing is I went to this thing, you know, just determined to play this song and do this once, and you know, just be able to. I did it, right?
Yeah.
Brian Kane was hosting.
I know that guy.
Everybody that knows Brian Kane just knows that man is larger than life at his most mild. It just goes from there, right?
Absolutely.
So I go to the Rustic Bar and open mic. Jason, Jody, hi. Shout out to those guys. I love those guys too. It's just, the list is so long. Mm-hmm. We would be here for a while just talking about this.
Yeah, they are a sponsor.
So, fantastic.
Excellent.
Even better.
Mm-hmm.
I played my one song, and you know, you go to open mic, they're like, they expect 3 songs. He's like, that was great. What's your next song? That's all I've got. And he goes, well, play it again. I said, what? He says, you got the nerves worked out. Play it again. So I played it again. And this time I was playing it, and a couple got up and they were dancing.
Oh, good.
And I was gone from that moment. I'm like, I'm doing this again. And I did it again and again. And eventually, you know, I was showing up with 3 songs. And then it just kept building from there. I kept making so many friends doing this and having so many experiences and meeting the best people in the world, like my girlfriend Jessica. I love her.
Hi, Jessica. We love you.
Just, you know, my best friend in the world, Rob Rourke. He was the front man for Whiskey Highway a few years back. We became such good friends and brothers. we were there for each other a whole lot. And so I wrote this song, and I went to Nashville once with it, and we went to the Whiskey Jam, and they had an open mic, and it's all originals. So it was the only song I had at this point was my only original then.
Right.
So I played it in front of people for the first time there, and I got such a good reaction from it, and that gave me really the push over the edge I needed to really dig into it. This long story shortened a little bit. Last year, I went to Nashville again, hung out with my friend Rob. He took me to a studio, and we recorded it.
Nice.
So it's been released. It's out on all of the streaming services. I made a YouTube video for the song, and it starts out with video footage of my first open mic with Brian Kane there.
Oh, I got to check that out. That's
you
cool.
want to see kind of like my origin story?
Mm-hmm.
Watch the video for this song. The song is called Ain't the Life, and point blank, this ain't the life I thought I'd be living. Before the music, before I went to that first open mic and all this started happening, I was in the basement. I'm a computer guy, worked computers, that's my career. Worked in the basement, played video games in the basement, and then this started happening, and now I'm doing things like coming to a radio station and playing music in a lobby, and it's being recorded, and it's going to be put out on YouTube. And
Oh, yeah.
I made a music video, and I recorded this song. Rob was on this song. He had such good ideas. He did the lead guitar for it. He did some background vocals that just gives me chills when I think about it. I'm playing gigs, and I've just the whole thing, all of it. Meeting you. I'm going to the awards show Sunday with Austin, so I can cheer for my friends. Love every
awesome.
single one of you. Can't wait to see you on Sunday. Vote. How do you vote in that?
Well, I mean, the voting is done, but it's all done online.
When I look at a ballot, and it's like, I love every
Oh,
single
that's,
person.
yeah, how do you vote? How
It's
do you vote?
just, it's crazy, but, I'm going to be there Sunday. All of this, it just ain't the life I thought I'd be living. And so that's what this song is. And it's, it starts out sounding like it's a sad song, but it's a song about triumph and doing what you have to do, which is live the life that you have. The only option.
So true.
There's an empty spot on my desk where her picture used to sit. There's a hole in my heart where her love used to fit. There's a crack in my mind showing me things I'd rather not see. Memories keep crashing in, painting me. This ain't the life I thought I'd be living. This ain't the path I thought I was given. This ain't the house I thought I'd die in. This ain't the life. Standing on the stage, pouring out my heart, wondering who I am, but still playing the part. I still don't know who I'm gonna be tomorrow. One thing's for sure, I'm done with all the sorrow. This ain't the life I thought I'd be living. This ain't the path I thought I was given. These ain't the arms I thought I'd cry in. This ain't the life, this ain't the path. These ain't the arms, this ain't the love. This ain't the love. Digging deep, I found strength I didn't know I had in me. Surrounded by true love, friends and family. Holding on tight to this new happiness I found. Dusting myself off, I get up off the ground. This ain't the life I thought I'd be living. This ain't the path I thought I was given. This ain't the love I thought I'd find. This ain't the life, but I'm gonna live it.
So just to clarify, that was your first original song?
First. Yep.
Damn, you set the bar really high for your first original song. I've been writing songs since 1987, and I'd say from about 1987 to probably almost 1997, they were all really shitty songs. I think I've gotten a little bit better since, but wow, that's a great song. Yeah. I mean, I would always play that song.
I appreciate that.
Being your first song, and when you're playing, 2 decades from now, and you got gigs, opening up for your favorite musicians that you always dreamed about doing. Yeah, keep playing that song.
I always will. That song is everything. It's me. It's my life. It's where I'm at now. I thank you so much for inviting me down to do this. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Can't tell you how much I appreciate my friends. I'd be here all night if I tried to name everybody, but Whiskey Highway for being my first gig, opening for them. Skeeter Creek being able to open for them, and Brian Kane and Jason and Jody,
yeah,
and and everybody, Matty D.
Oh yeah,
Matty D's the man.
He's got a haircut now.
And Ralph Renna. I don't know. I'll be here all night if I keep trying to name names, but they all know how much I love and appreciate them. And if you're not sure, just come ask me, and I'll make sure you know. Because it's overwhelming just where my life has taken me, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I got my webpage, chrissandersmusic.com. I'm out there on Facebook. Thank you, everybody who follows me on Facebook. I just recently exceeded 1,000 followers. So that was a pretty cool milestone to hit.
It's harder these days than it was like 10 years ago, too. So it's definitely hard to hit now.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody that follows me. I've got all my gigs that are coming up are listed on the website. I've got events created on Facebook. I'm trying to do better at Instagram. So, yeah.
You and me both.
Yeah. Social media is hard.
I hate it.
It's hard.
Just keep one. We're good with Facebook. Let's keep it.